Ну, здрасте. Привет, Никита. Пум-пум-пум. Ну, ничего за дичь. Я так понял, это интерактив, тоже типа интерактивного кино. В принципе, тут по сезонам раскидано. По главам. И в каждой главе, если кто-то захочет продолжение, вон внизу есть флажка. То есть, я так думаю, меня хватит только на одну главу. Посмотрим, что это за дичь. 48 FPS в интерактивном кино, ага. 792. Моего рождения еще 200 лет.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Действовать самому?
Do this. Trust me.
Довериться матери. Давайте его въебем. Настоятельно. Он все равно ничего не знает.
For God's sake, Louis, I told you to let me do it. Let me see.
You know, I was in control of the situation, Mother.
Oh, tell that to your nose. It's because of this kind of reaction that I prefer to work alone.
You ought to learn to trust me, Mother. Can't you be happy for once? We finally cracked the Von Borchert case?
He was just a middleman. He would have been more useful alive. How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me. You're much more important than you can ever imagine. Right, let's go now.
Может, действительно надо было ставить жир? Я думал, ну, только въебет. Но тут внезапно случайный пистолет. Что-то там из журнала можно было узнать, но не важно. Месяц. 199 лет до моего рождения. Да, не ты счастье. Представляю. Ну ладно.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Bob Burchard's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
Одно сумасшествие.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's
Очень
legendary
подумал.
parties?
Oh no,
Vampire
we have
Masquerade
been
игра.
friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Типа, да, интерактивного кино. Я уже сказал в начале. Интерактивное кино. Вы расследуете. Короче, в поисках пропавших людей. Интриги, расследования и тому подобное. Высказывания. Надо вот это фильтровать все и искать. Сейчас. Ага, графику я не могу изменить. Сейчас. Не потеряется ли кат-сцена? Потому что вот это 45-50 FPS, ну такое себе. Это 30 FPS будет. А, басы навалились. Может, это я просто басю. Блять, 24 FPS, вы о чем? Включить нахер. Так хотя бы плавнее будет все. Без вертикалки и тому подобное. Блин, мало настроек здесь всего.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
У него на руке намалевано. Странный священник. А он мне не сказал, почему я плыву. Лично от сайта.
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I promise, it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
Сейчас, секунду, у меня, оказывается, сбор. Ну, прям вот нам вот эти титры налазить. Задать тоже вопрос герцогине. Давайте переведем тему.
And you, Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It really is up to you whether you leave better off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment. Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
Переплюнул. В лодке.
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Что за мелкие?
Are you absolutely
Нести,
sure?
точнее.
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No!
Чем она ее...
You want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
Мне что, еще дар предсказаний, что ли?
Hugh.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and
Наверное.
I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Я сам только запустил.
I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
Так, возможно, она умрет.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly. Am I going crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Здесь особняк. Может, здесь что-то найти можно будет? Ну да, но как всегда, это письма. Нет? Нет.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Фига себе. Науки и искусств готов идти по главам, не испытывал угрызений совести, дипломат. Замечательно, сдерживает ведь цветение, решительные формулирования. Ну, вот это да, более-менее. Может открыть и другие навыки, Но их развитие обойдется дороже. Ну, давай. Важные детали. Открывает варианты ответов и действий. Где требуется физической подготовки. Опа. А у меня уже визит вкачано. Давай.
Well, over the last few years, I've solved a number of crime cases. Like the chauffeur d'Orgère, for example. Thieves that tortured their victims with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Ну давай попробуем обмануть.
How could I forget a woman such as yourself?
A woman such as me? What a sweet talker you are. Remind me of how we met?
Навыки. То есть особый ответ и совершать разные поступки. Иметь навык необходимо очки действий. Чем выше уровень вашего навыка, тем ниже стоимость его применения. Чтобы ознакомиться с навыком, откройте соответствующий вклад. Недоступно. Доступно.
Don't you remember? We bumped into each other at Mesmer's show in Paris. That fraudster had even bamboozled the Marquis of Lafayette.
You too, apparently, because I've never been to see him.
Ouch. Well, that didn't work.
Не сработало.
Right, time to go to the manor.
И выбирать наиболее подходящие ситуации элемента окружения. Используйте здесь не требует очков действий при. Так, еще раз. Мне эти навыки, чтобы обнаружить скрытые детали.
I asked her a
Заметил.
question. She answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Короче, у них что-то там горит на теле или... Ну, подмечает, короче, внешние особенности. Вызывает на острове, обладает своим характером. Как он может проявить устойчивость, другим слабость в ответ. Качество устойчивости, потерпеть неудачи, качество изнемождения. Слабость верните одно потраченное очко. Чтобы узнать, к чему ваш собеседник проявляет устойчивость, нажмите меню вкладку журнала. Обнаружена устойчивость, обнаружена слабость. Меню.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Здесь вы будете прикольно знания. Звание, знай, блин. Звание. Пирс. Навыки. Внимание. Ты. Этим ты. Оп. Реши. Устойчивость, логика. Так, стоп. Там же было написано то, что у нее слабость была написана. Нет? Было написано то, что слабость была написана. Нужно выступать за свободу личности. Надо появились в большом уважении и знаке. Нашу слухов вызвал всеобщую зависть. Нет. Казалось, полагаю, вы в курсе, что окунется на вашем. Так, мы ему помогаем в поисках.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name,
Я в другую сторону шел.
Monsieur de Richet, delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you
За
found
2
so
недели
far?
на острове
It
никого
would
не могли
seem
найти.
that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Так,
And did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage,
Yes.
sir, on the wooden part of the wharf.
What type of damage?
Broken barrels, mainly. We'll do whatever is necessary to have them rapidly repaired. But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless, our search of the wharf hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir, the one you arrived by.
that's-
Give me the handkerchief. I'll personally show it to Lord Mortimer.
Well,
I've traveled hard for several days in order to get
логика.
here.
yes, but
Invited by your master.
no, of course, but
Because my mother went missing right under your nose.
sir, please.
And having only just arrived, you refused to give me her personal
Ну
belongings?
да,
Of
это-
course not, sir. It was never my intention to contradict, sir. Here you are. I must return now. It is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Вот так что забрали.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf? A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Надо посмотреть, что на пристани вообще осталось.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
Такой, знаешь, же интерактивный поиск какой-то.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
За 2 очка в действиях, а не более 5 горшочков. Посмотрим пристань.
Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Довольно давно. Вот здесь что-то... А, понятно, нельзя спустить.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time. A lantern. Nothing special.
Особенного... Да, ну, письма, здрасте.
Let's see what's hidden inside. Let's look.
Warrior.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
Нет.
A letter written in an Oriental language. I haven't the slightest idea what it says.
Краски.
Nope. Doesn't ring a bell.
Так. Давай-ка найдем зацепку.
One of the letters is stamped with the seal of the order. And I recognize your handwriting anywhere, Mother.
But who is this Samuel Ritter Dauchois? Who are you writing to?
I don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar?
Помню, не помню.
I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Ага. Где идти? Может, она специально что-то делала на этом причале, потому что придется пить мой это. Но я что-то хз. Сомнительное это действие. Так, наверх я пока не буду забираться. А вот и вор. Подожди. О. Нет.
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest.
Взорвать. А, вон у меня же пруд есть.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Топ книгу забрал. Трудов. Перед началом каждого задания вы можете выбирать манускрипт в серии навыков.
Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder.
Давайте все сумку возьмем. Значит, пудру черную. Почему? Зачем пудру?
Covered in black powder. Right. Just in case, I'll take it all. I'll give it back to Mother when I see her. Crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother?
В итоге,
What's going on here? But you obviously feel like you're in danger.
Может, она на всякий случай оставила здесь вещи, а мы сейчас все забрали. Не. Навыки. Нет звания, нет черты, нет карта. Но предметы. Навычку навык. У меня получается очко навыка. Нету. Ключ. У меня же есть ключ.
Locked. I'll never get it open bare-handed.
Oh.
There we are.
Что так темно? Нет.
This looks like a pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed.
А мы же видели.
Just like in my vision.
Да, в видении.
It's telling me anything useful.
Что она с пистолетом была.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon powder.
Нельзя. Так это не черный пудра, это, наверное, был все-таки порох. Она перетаскивала с собой.
I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. So, let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces of bread between the rotten boards of a wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. And if that weren't enough, looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested that she's having a fabulous time here. So odd. So...
Инвентаря за каждый 4 углов одного дополнительного очко действий.
A fragment of amber.
Все, да? Больше ничего нету.
drachma.
Зеленые монеты. Они вообще даже не подсвечиваются никак. Что он должен замечать-то? Навык вообще не помогает.
Latin inscription. Annesis, mi fili quantile produncia mundus ergatur.
Недоступно. Отлично. Просто пройти нельзя.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop? Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
В ходе разговора вам необходимо преодолеть несколько этапов и завоевать доверие. Твое состояние оказывает на последнее время развитие сюжет, поэтому не забывайте пользоваться навыками.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Мы в ордене, да, состоим. Ничего недоступно.
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a secret society. It would seem that discretion is not one of your specialities, my son. You will understand that it does not encourage me to put my trust in you.
Shit. All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person. and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Бля, допрос. Ну давай.
Only you know that, Your Eminence. If you're asking me if
Да
you can
ладно.
trust me, or if I can keep a secret, I would answer yes, absolutely.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
Ah, if only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
В этом этапе вы должны убедить свою специфичную реплику. Если вы дадите неправильный ответ, это будет повторяться до тех пор, пока вы не сделаете верный выбор. Да, конечно.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good.
Но это пока.
Listen,
Всё
let's
просто.
stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Ricci. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Например, в игре прямо не могут повлиять на жизнь. Надо смотреть сторонам. Ну это я уже понял по пристани. Предметы. Как? Давай это. Ну. Остановиться надо. Герцогине, что ли, подойти? У камина. А, ну да, мне как раз таки у камина там соединиться. А обойдемся. Обойдемся. Может, что-то интересное найдем. Вот этого. Эмпатия, которую вы будете видеть, к чему ваш собеседник испытывает устойчивость или слабость, можно хранить не более 5 банок.
A Byzant from the Byzantine Empire. A coin often used during the St. Louis.
Монеты. Серег, ты чё, в Вархаммер-то в итоге будешь играть, не будешь? Ампар, когда на серваке арки позалипает, давай.
Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
Уйдет, слепит самого себя. Может, на геймпаде проще управлять. Симулятора Австралии. А.
Well, maybe I should introduce myself to the other guests first.
Сегодня точно нет. Ну, я завтра, послезавтра опять работаю. Нихера себе.
Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is
Понятно.
disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this. Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility.
Surprising for an entrance hall.
Есть что-нибудь еще? Здесь, наверное, тоже закрыто пока что. Пока закрыто. Монеток я никаких не вижу.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Мы возьмем. Здесь никто не заметил.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr.
VR ты мне подаришь?
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richer. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir.
Yeah.
His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richer's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richer, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Куда если я нажал на нужное?
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer. So don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests,
Ну,
a
типа
light
того.
meal is served in the small
18 век, все
salon.
дела.
For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh,
Здесь все
shall be
чем-то перебрали.
don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington,
That's
I'll
also
be able to
true.
speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Ля. Информация. Развитие сюжета. Информация. Развитие сюжета. Информация. Об развитии сюжета.
Let's see what Washington has to say. Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Ну, Эмили, она это дело из одного подразделения. Мортимер.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Lord Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the Order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you find Sarah.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother. When did you last speak to her?
Philadelphia. 15 years ago. Sarah often went back and forth between France and the United States.
Yes, I remember those days. I didn't see her too often. Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about? When she came to the US, did you exchange ideas about the Golden Order?
Exactly. What's more, she was essential in helping set up the American branch of the Order. I would never have become its leader without her help. We are a new country. And to achieve our democratic ideals, we need to count on discrete powers such as our organization.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Бля, я этому священнику сказал про золотую орду. Так.
Don't worry, Louis.
Не
I'm
будем
sure
пока показывать
nothing
книгу.
bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Максимум Мортимеру вот этому.
careful.
И то, если доверимся. Это что такое?
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Как мы это
Just
увидели?
mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised, but Holmes doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Яркость надо прибавить, слишком темно. Ну, по крайней мере, у вас. Вы боитесь. А нет, теперь светло.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
А, по коридору. Никто же не обидится, если я случайно никуда зайду.
I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Право по коридору, но мы же туда не пойдем. Смотреться надо. Либо перед сном. Там тайминга не было. Мол, что вы здесь броете? Право по коридору.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Он Бонапарт, что? Можно зайти? Тут RTX есть? Нету.
Monsieur Jacques Perru.
Там шкатулка, которая открыта.
Decorum guide.
Настроенного поведения. И действия это читание можно хранить. А, ну понятно.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Иди. Если бы здесь был RTX, я бы в это не играл, потому что у меня здесь 60. Нету. Нет. Тоже нет. 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 Я, по-моему, круг уже сделал. Нельзя.
George Washington.
Едете. Ничего нету. Шкатулку открыть нельзя, это нельзя, все нельзя. Пулемет. Дверь вообще не кликабельна.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Разборчивые текста на табличках. 2020.
Huh, that's me.
Моя комната. А мы идем дальше. Смотри-ка, за моей комнатой прям герцогиня.
Manuel Godoy.
А нет, герцог.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Могу. Ну все, я походу круг сделал. Мы так ничего не нашли. Тут что? Спуск вниз. Ага. Угу.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Письмо-то я не буду. Бля. Нету навыка. Не открывать.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so... Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Блин, если бы я проснулся и увидел бы эти картины, я бы охерел. Зеркало не работает. О, говно игра. Не раскладочки действия.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Ну, текстура книги охеренная. Нахер это тертейтс вообще?
Saturn devouring his son. Again?
Опять картина на эту же есть в вестибюле.
I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
За игра консул. Про расследование, там подобные интриги.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Опа.
The Chinese coin.
Китайская монетка.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly. Inferno by Dante.
Нельзя
Abandon
поднять.
hope, all ye who enter
Это на
here.
балкон.
Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Я так думаю, если я сейчас пойду в спальню, то там пролог закончится. Давай.
Amber crystals.
Все, осколок инвентаря. А там чья комната? Пристань отсюда не видать.
will give me a little reprieve.
Да, трубы у меня нет, потому что я не смогу посмотреть. Вина. Стоп.
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul. A drachma.
Лицонка. Да, можно. Куда я попаду? Тебе. А, отлично, у меня еще и микрофон, оказывается, висит в самой жопе. Спасибо кошке за это. Успех. Я вошел в особняк, выяснил, что нас дело на причале. Говорю, приезжай передать мне письма, потому что Вашингтон остался в вестибюле, задал вопросы. Фу, развилки. Это неожиданно. Блин. Ну. И зря с Вашингтоном остался. Такое ощущение, как чайник закипает. Навыки. Манипуляция. Смотри, освоил. 4 очка. Раз. Моей-ка 2. Три. 4. Какая бдительность будет. Выбрав манускрипт, сейчас вы можете выбрать, какой манускрипт будет читать ваш персонаж после выполнения задания. Принесет вам дополнительные очки навыков. Энциклопедия. Все страницы манускрипта, чтобы прочитать его. Ай, зараза. Ну ладно, давай искусство. Внезапный чих.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durishay can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durishay's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
А, то есть за мной еще и следят.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear.
Здравствуй, Наполеон.
I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
Странно, он
It is
выглядит
never too
здесь.
late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry, our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, come, take a seat, my friend.
Ах, эти галлюцинации. Он типа заслугует увидеть. Ну, в том ордене, в котором он находится, понятное дело, то, что оккультные науки там подобное изучает. Видать, это не просто так галлюцинация. Привет, Хломоло.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
А, в итоге он не к себе в комнату пошел. Опять кровь. Ну, типа, да. Ну, 18 век. Что ты хотел? Да, иду. Тем не менее, делаем все возможное, чтобы наш поезд забрать лишние вещи своей матери с уважением. Ключ забрал.
Inspiration of Saint Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel, dictated to him by voices.
Книги смотреть мне ни к чему. А, зараза, взлом нельзя. Да чтоб тебя. Да иду.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong? I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Да.
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search.
Ну да. Ну фигли, это же не AAA. И вообще это французы делали.
Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
The vision is true. There are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but...
Что очень мило, но я приехал на свет, чтобы найти матушку. Или слушать страшилки. Проверить свое видение, помочь Вашингтону. Проверить свое видение, помочь Вашингтону. И паузу не нажать. А чё это я только выбираю? Давай-ка в чате тоже. Вы тоже сидите. Или вы, как всегда, втупливаете в голос? Проверить видение. Так, еще варианты. А то мне говорили, я мало общаюсь со своими зрителями. Хуль, давайте. Тот самый Вашингтон? Тот самый Вашингтон. Видение. 6 человек сидит. Давай дождемся, пока все проголосуют. Я даже голосовалку, блядь, сделаю. Как раз на 3 минуты мне хватит этого времени, чтобы сходить покурить. Сейчас. Так, запрос запустить рекламу. Нет, не запустить рекламу. Канал управлять вопросом запустить. А, где? А, вот управление опросом. Новый опрос. Варианты. Блять. Варианты. Первый или второй? Длительность 3 минуты. Понеслась. Вот и смотрите за опросом. На Твиче можно проголосовать. А я пойду покурю. Итак, что выбрали? За второй, да? За второй вариант. Ну, блин, ради собственных интересов, конечно, идти. Ну, вы, конечно, да. Так бы союзник был. Ну, давай свое личное видение посмотрим.
Sir, I don't feel well. I'm going to have to decline.
I see. Well, I hope you won't be needing my help one day.
I must act swiftly. I'll search my room later.
Ну, пошлите посмотрим наше видение. Нет, не сюда. Может даже изначально обдумать свое решение перед тем, как следовать выбору. Подумать, как слуги убирают комнату. Ключ, значит, здесь, да? Где-то должен быть. Там кто-то ходит.
Good evening, sir. I'm sorry, but an important meeting is underway. My instructions are to let no one pass.
Положил письмо какое-то.
Tell me, my good man.
Sir?
Пугать его, дать слуге поручение. Изобразить спешку.
Whose room is this?
A guest.
Apparently a French soldier. All right.
Perhaps I should change my approach.
Так, давай изобразим спешку и дадим поручение.
Does the word urgent mean nothing to you?
Yes. Yes, but the word liar also means something. That
Зараза.
would work, Lewis.
Listen, I'm an insomniac, and Sir Holm told me that you could go to the kitchen and make me a cup of herbal tea.
And what is in this herbal tea, sir?
Holm gave Washington a recipe for a sleeping drought.
Надо бы его вспомнить. Мята, липовый цвет, корень валерьяны, имбирь, красный перец и гвоздика. Мята, липовый цвет и корень валерьяны.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian.
Yes, it's herbal tea. I'll go and make it for you at once, sir.
I'll wait for you in my room. I need to find a place to watch undisturbed.
Отлично. Забрали бутылочку.
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Пригодится. Обнаружили устойчивость. Все, смотреть надо.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost. My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly.
Ой, скоро втянет нашу родную Корсику.
Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica.
Теперь наша судьба в твоих руках, с тобой, твоей мать, Мария. Бонапарт. Фига себе.
Bicorn decorated with a cockade.
Ага.
This belonged to a French soldier.
Так. Я думаю, на балконе мы спрячемся.
This window opens onto the balcony. Okay, so that means the other room must be on my right.
Sir, I understand your eagerness, but the pressure on my family complicates the task.
Relax, my friend. Your relatives will soon be safe.
So what I saw in my vision really did happen. Well, I hope I haven't missed anything important.
I thank you so much.
Don't mention it. Now that's settled, let us speak about your support.
Yes. You mentioned earlier some assistance from the Golden Order?
Absolutely. I have concluded an agreement with their leader,
Okay.
Lady Sarah Faustine de Richet.
Another case that Mother didn't tell me about.
The funds from the order will finance the building of a foundry in Tuscany. You will soon be able to count on 100 or more cannons for your future campaigns.
I was not expecting so much help from you. When can I meet this de Richet?
Well, unfortunately, something has cropped up. De Richet has disappeared.
Disappeared? What? Here?
Yes, but the staff are redoubling efforts to find her, I assure you.
So the agreement, is it on or off?
It is on. Her right-hand man has just arrived here to help us find her. And it is none other than her son.
Ага, то есть меня не предупредили даже.
I wager he will ensure his mother's secrets are met.
Louis. Not an easy name to live with in these times.
Of course. But from now on, you will deal with him.
This man, it can only be Mortimer.
Very well. I will seek him out.
Map.
И чё, куда? Да я уже выбрал. Я, в смысле, выбрал?
Well, I better get away from here.
Оп, здрасте.
Louis?
Emily?
I can explain.
Perhaps, but remain.
Дороже.
But first, you could perhaps remove the blade from my throat?
You have 10 seconds to explain your presence here.
I'm not here for you.
What are you doing in my room?
I thought a night stroll would help me sleep better. A servant must have closed the window behind me
And my window was the only way for you to get back inside. Most convincing.
Блин, фартануло.
What were you really doing on the balcony?
Seeing the window open, I feared someone had entered your room. With what I'd heard next door, I'd every reason to believe that your life was in danger.
I am a grown woman, but how kind of you to worry about me.
Есть.
Now that I'm safe and sound, tell me more. Do these events concern me? Do they involve the Golden Order?
Ну давай информацию поделимся.
I overheard a conversation between a French soldier and some other individual.
And what were they talking about?
It seems Mother is involved, something about a military campaign. Apparently my mother validated an order of cannons to help this man.
Really? Since when does the Order finance wars?
As far as I know, since never.
Did they give any details, a date, what they were for?
Nothing at all. Did you know anything about this?
No, but I won't forget. Thank you. All right, Louis, I might have overreacted a bit.
Есть.
Please do excuse me, but next time, please try knocking on my door. I'd be delighted to open it for you.
Oh, well, I'll remember in that case. Good night, Emily.
Good night, Louis.
Ля какая. Ну хотя да, сейчас я согласен. Второй вариант был хороший. Вернитесь в постель.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
А ну-ка, можно же просто постучать. Блять, нет, нельзя. Вещи. Нам сказали то, что вещи можно забрать. Пусто. Расшуршать микрофон, да? Я шуршу, что ли? Это, наверное, из-за кофт. Ну, сорян. Да, вроде не шуршал. А может, рукой по этой ткани проводу.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I wanted to speak to you about something important.
Какой
Do you
вопрос?
still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Давай.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Louis. Give me 1 second, please.
Слава богу, то, что запечатан. Мы его не проверили.
I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Так, это моя же комната?
Huh, that's me.
Я только хотел вот здесь проверить. По моде нет ключа. Оп, я что-то видел? Нет.
Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Забываешь о цели. Ой, здесь еще и нельзя дальше идти. Оп, это вот моя.
I'm exhausted. Better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Ух. Сходил за хлебушком, трезвенник. Я мог помочь, я мог предотвратить жестокое избиение. Избиение? Мы себя кого там избили? Навыки прокачиваются. Фига себе, дальше что ли прокачивать? Ловкость. Брать. Раз. Два. Бдительность. Раз. Два. Бдительность. А что, мне не сказали никакую чтиво прочитать?
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Сейчас, секунду. Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. А, вот. Манипуляция. Подсказки.
Writing material. From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like lemon. That's odd.
Лимонном.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Нет.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Где ее вещи-то? Взломать нельзя. Это что такое?
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round.
Та же самая книга?
A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
Как вовремя я навык улучшил.
The paper's moist here. Very light stain, barely visible. And the smell reminds me of something. Come on, Louis, think. Think. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She applied a liquid to the book. She must have used the writing materials. The quill has been used, but not with regular ink. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used the limit to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
Наверное, зажигалкой.
There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
Привет, Пократ.
There's a note. Effects of Sal de Richer to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it.
Пока, хз.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Осколки янтаря. Место для меда. Так, давай пепел возьмем. Может, так проявится.
Damn, I'm making a serious mess here. It's no good. Might have worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no. There's only traces of lemon. Luckily, I've only put ash on part of the message.
Зараза.
Inferno by Dante.
Нет.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Чем?
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guest. Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though.
А чем проявлять-то? Я сожгу нахер книгу вообще. Хз. Ну посмотрим, напишите, как это будет.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Взять чернила. Ну ладно. Блин, я не знаю еще какой вариант использовать. Давайте на балконе еще посмотрим. Может, на балконе что-то есть. Я такая. Чем можно чернила проявить? Пойти. У меня на него есть ультра дорогая сборка, которая выдает 800 урона, АД и 100% крик. При том, то, что я выбивал 875, 900 урона. Да-да. Удивил. Так, а может в соседних комнатах что-то есть? Как? Просто собираю АД и руны. Так, короче, я не знаю, как проявить еще. У меня тут точно нет ничего полезного. По крайней мере, в комнате. Нагреть страницу свечой. Все-таки свеча.
Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon.
Нет, не колдовство.
Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand,
Все надо.
where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable. Great.
Засыбись, сам себе испоганил.
It wasn't a unique edition, or mother's gonna kill me. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Иду в Горгону, наверное. Книга про это.
Typical.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Медуза. Медуза. Мне вторая волшебство с печеньками, ботинками. Все на АД просто собираешь. Это что такое? Медуза. Нёп, нёп.
Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room?
Ладно, фиг с ним. Пошлите вниз спустимся.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Комната других гостей. Может, картина с медузой и здесь есть? Не она? Нет. Нет.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Нет, нельзя зайти. Стоп. Монетки.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Нет.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Ключ, ключ, ключ. Они же должны ключ здесь вставлять для уборки. Вот только эта комната будет сейчас открыта. Ну, в которую можно вообще зайти. Нет. Где же, где же, где же, где же? Нет. Это тоже закрыто. Здесь кто? Монета. Там монет нету? На первом этаже. Там случайно... В комнату Элизабет. Вот ее проверим.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Да. Фига себе.
A chest with a half circle pattern.
Зараза, нету навыка. Мед мы не возьмем. Ну да, это в прологе просто. Пробовать кристаллы. Дурная идея, конечно, неизвестные предметы.
I really need to stop tasting everything I find now.
Эй, зараза. Какая-то фигня. Ладно, фиг с ним, с изнемождением. Письма. Ты что, тебе не стало лучше? Джон, прошу, не держи зла на своем. Они же говорили то, что она типа умерла, а на самом деле не умерла. Ее просто далеко забрали.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman.
Важная девушка высшего общества. Устойчивость. Элизабет Адамс. Психология. Устойчивость. Дерише. Известно Холм. Известно Бонапарт. Политика. Устойчивость. Слабость. Допрос. Слуги. Слабость. Логика и допрос. Неизвестно. Устойчивость. Логика. Навыки. 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 Черты. Хитрые уклонения. Это. Так, это что у нас?
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your
Квартира станет лучше, стоит ли мне надеяться, если не какая терапия она проходит?
Father maintains the secondary effects of your treatment.
А, значит, сестра, отец знают, а мать не знает. Странно. Опа. Это что такое? Ключ с 5 кольцами.
3rd November, 1791.
Даром.
Dear sister, the cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was for your well-being, but I can't help but blame him. He claims that your condition has worsened and that...
Этот талисман? Подожди, какой талисман? Я не вижу здесь талисмана.
August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I'm driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more.
Страшная женщина.
He filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help
А,
me get my letters.
это, видать, вот это Дерише приходила. Так, с 5 кольцами. Может, сможем применить?
A chest with a half circle pattern.
Нет, не сможем. Так, может, на балконе есть что-то. Тут тоже ничего нету. На балкон не выйти. Ладно. Пока закончили. Писем нету. Опа.
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Еще одна монетка. Здесь кто?
President George Washington.
К Вашингтону мы сможем зайти?
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. I'll see him later.
Ну вот, занят. Может, через балкон, конечно, может зайти, но я что-то сомневаюсь в этом. Ничего нету, ничего нету, ничего нету, ничего нету, ничего. Здесь не кликабельная комната. Одна монетка. Знаете, я все соберу, что будет. Кто вообще раскидывает эту дичь? Где зайти? А, я и к нему на балкон не зайду. Моя комната. Так, у меня же появилась... А, понятно, я обратно не вернусь. Ключ с 5 кольцами. Может быть, ту шкатулку смогу открыть, которая у меня там лежит. Тоже нельзя зайти. Здесь тоже нет. Так, давай-ка ему поручение дадим. А, понятно. Ключей я тоже здесь не обнаружил. Ладно, сейчас подумаю на пару минут. Короче, непонятно. Ключа я тоже не могу найти. Ну, пошлите на обед. Опа, нежданная встреча.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Hello. You're Elizabeth Adams, aren't you?
Yes, I regret that we haven't been properly introduced.
Do you often fall ill like that?
Yes, sometimes. But don't worry, I guess I'm kind of a frail flower.
Maybe you were feeling hungry.
No, it has nothing to do with being hungry. Fatigue, probably. I've been feeling more and more exhausted lately.
Well, get some rest then, Elizabeth. Take advantage of the sea air and you'll soon get your strength back.
Do you really want to know what made me ill? Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
Excuse me, but speaking frankly, why would you care?
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you?
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
Заметка-то.
And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait, there must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait, I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Вы говоритесь?
Elizabeth, confiding in me might ease your burden. Let me relieve
Психология.
some of your
Блять, мне же...
Relieve me? Do you even hear yourself? Do you really think that by confiding in my torturer's son, I will be healed as if by magic? That it will
Ошибка.
bring my smile back? Or let me sleep at night? Look, you don't seem like a bad person. And I'm sorry you have to find out your mother's true colors like this. But I'm not going to pity you. Everybody has their cross to bear. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Сестру, конечно же.
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's coming for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Вот этого большого мужика я не знаю. Еще не представляли его. Запрещено. Здесь ничего нету. Так, ну давай с ним поговорим.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps sir would like to know something else?
Боже мать. Находится на третьем.
Yes. What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing, on the second floor, are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holm, sir. But only authorized guests may access that area. Does sir have any more questions?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you
Рунами.
require?
И потом эти... Короче, и ботинки продавал на тот момент. Просто докупал еще один предмет. На урон. Которого нету в основной сборке. Ну, имеется в виду, чтобы они стакались. Просто если ты два Infinity Blade возьмешь, то эффект не будет стакаться. И вот разные предметы покупал. И этот эликсир на улучшение урона. Золотой эликсир, достаньте мне края от янтаря.
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Спорим, у вас его нету.
No point in lying, you know. I know full well you haven't got any.
I would never think of lying, sir. I don't believe I am authorized to give it away, that is all.
Amber? Here? I'd be surprised.
Yet I assure you, sir...
No, you're pulling my leg. I don't believe you.
I wouldn't dare to joke with, sir.
Yeah, sure. You're just leading me on. I dare you to show it to me, if you really have some.
Well, then, sir, here is a piece.
Ah, right. Well, I'm impressed. Can you lend it to me for a minute?
Of course, sir.
Вот и забрали.
Here.
Wow. I can hardly believe it. Well, I have other questions.
Of course, sir. But, sir, I believe you haven't given me back the amber, sir.
What?
What Amber?
Какой янтарь?
The piece I gave to sir.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You really ought to look after your things. It can't be easy to come across amber in these parts.
Ah, well, does sir desire anything else?
А, подожди.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir. And I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Hang on, but it's mine.
Beg pardon, sir?
It's my book. I'm telling you, it's my book.
With all due respect, sir, I hope sir will understand that I have doubts. You see, I found it in Lord Mortimer.
Короче, сейчас опять обведем.
There you are then. That's exactly where I left it.
I am quite put out, sir. I don't know what to say.
In that case, I suggest you say nothing and hand it over.
But I...
Now.
But sir, Very well, sir. Here you are. May sir take good care of it. It is damaged.
And you've damaged it as well? Well, bravo. Bravo.
No, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, sir.
Say pardon.
Pardon me, sir.
Просить прощения.
There were some other things I wanted to go over with you.
Якорцы. Давайте все заберем.
Haven't quite recovered after that boat crossing. Would you happen to have any devil's thorn by any chance?
I am sorry, sir, but the devil's thorn may be just a plant, but it is also a powerful psychotropic drug that causes undesirable diuretic effects. I would advise against, sir, taking any.
Зараза, не хватает.
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
Понятно, и то же самое будет с этим. И что этот предмет мне дал? По-моему, ничего не дал. Шахматная доска. Стоп. Монетка. Встать. Здесь я ничего не найду. Они все сюда спустились. Наверх я могу подняться? Нет. Ну, вперед.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us
Опять не
begin.
присоединился.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table. I am delighted to hear it.
Навык этикет и зараза.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand.
Ну
I
ладно,
shall feel
получилось,
better too
получилось.
as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Берлин.
But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
For what reason exactly?
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory.
А, политика недоступна.
Typically French, a Southern, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
Что с ней не так?
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mention that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Давайте лично
My
спросим.
lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur
Louis Moras de Richet.
de Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
My friend.
I am just a simple French citizen.
Really? Oh, you seem nothing like a commoner. Especially compared to that wretch over there sharing our meal.
And right he was too.
Обычные проходимцы, что сидят рядом.
Napoleon?
Who does not know of her?
He's certainly well connected and in high places.
Surprising. No one appears to know him.
No one knows me, and yet here I am.
Quite so.
Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please? Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my
Опять.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
It is remarkable.
Блять, а я не помню, сколько ему говорили.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but
We are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I
Да
just wanted
ладно.
to make sure you knew what you were talking about. And I am.
Да ладно.
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Франции нужен лидер.
I think what France is lacking today is a truly strong leader ready to govern. Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend. I hear your words and I agree. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Mr. Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Бля. Послание. Я мог обыскать. Мог, только чуть-чуть не смог. Что вообще происходит? Интриги и расследования. Так, навыки. Манипулирование. Навык не получен. Что здесь есть? Интриги и расследования. Как есть, так и говорю. 2. Раз, 2, 3, 4, 5. Есть. 2 очка до уровня. 1. Оккультизм. Ну, типа, и прибыли на остров за матерью, которая исчезла за 2 недели до нашего приезда. И там творится всякая дичь. А это верхушка общества. Решает вопросы, что будет дальше в 18 веке. Ну и так далее. Предметы. Это мне еще надо было.
let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Меряю взглядом. Давай-ка вот так. Изучим опять местность. Мы же типа детектив. Его. А, монетка. Здесь тоже ничего нет. Стрёмно, странно. Оп. Неп. С ним я пока говорить не хочу. Я забрал. 3 круга. У меня с 5 кругами был ключ. Ну, давай поговорим.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Возможно.
Well, I must admit, Your Eminence, indeed it does worry me.
I understand, Louis, but continue to have faith in Sarah. You'll see, I'm sure, that in a few days we'll all be laughing together.
That's all I hope for, Your Eminence. But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
Война Каин. А, война. Каин, воин. Так. Здесь она могла смерить меня взглядом. Я ищу медузу.
As I haven't visited all the manor yet, I wondered if you hadn't seen a Medusa by any chance.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, la Gorgogne, the Medusa from Greek mythology. Would you have seen one in any shape or form?
Not at all, my son. I'm not sure
Нормально.
what you're getting at, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be of any use to you.
Thank you anyway, Your Eminence. I won't take up any more of your time. On that last word, then I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Я все-таки не спросил, что за смерить меня взглядом, где меня могут. Стоп. Чего?
A swine in a salon. That's an odd choice of decor.
Ты кто?
This painting has caused some debate. Who did Dosi paint? Alcina the fairy or Circe the magician?
Печки. Привет, среда. Да, что? А, во, монетка. Или что, или мне опять показалось?
Circe turning Ulysses' companions back into humans.
А это что?
Ulysses and Circe at the table. If I were you, Ulysses, I wouldn't drink the wine. Discourse on the Method by Descartes.
Книжку нашли?
This book changed the way I looked at the world. The Conversion of Ulysses by Gors.
Circe changing Ulysses' companions into swine.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses?
Есть что?
Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe.
И чё, я больше ничего не найду? Вот зараза. Нет, я сюда не выйду. Там еще с другой стороны что-то было. Им я больше не поговорю. Самое странное то, что в игре у меня отображается такая полоска посередине от того, что я выключил вертикальную синхронизацию, а вот в OBS нет. Сейчас. Сейчас, секунду. Так, а что у нас? Ну, я больше ничего не нашел, так что сюда пройду. Нифиг. Уя себе. Что книг до хера?
Actress, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly for great, honey. A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Это что такое?
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother
Да ладно, я еще и по сюжету угадал.
And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now? Liberty or Death by Renyo. Well, I'll take liberty, please. But I do understand his choice, even though it seems radical.
Монетка. А садиться не надо. Надо все собрать.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is a fragment of amber.
Да.
Amber.
Второй янтарь. Еще монетка. Оп, это я не подниму. Подожди, стой. Нет, ничего нету. По-любому активная моделька. Потом ее поворачивать можно будет. А вот медуза. Раза. Взлом-то не прокачан. Ну, короче, я нашел медузу.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Да-да, поворачивать статуэтки. Лампа должна светить на щит. Герой щитом. Герою с лампадой. Герою щитом. Вспомнить я не могу, да? Герою с лампадой. Изучить меч.
The statue is darker on the right-hand side. It must be often placed towards the fire, which would explain the difference in color. In that case, it would be facing the Medusa. Perfect for the coup de grace. This hero is the only one holding a weapon. It seems obvious that he's the one whose job is to cut off her head. So, sword toward the Medusa.
Угу.
Let's think. To vanquish the beast,
The statues have to be lined up in a specific order. What can this shield be for? To protect its holder? Why not? But in that case, what's the lantern for? Step back and take a second, Louis. Be logical, but open-minded. Think outside the box. Nobody said a statue has to have only one use. I wonder if the lantern was to distract the Medusa. This shield can both protect the holder and also reflect the light from the lantern to distract the beast. In other words, I'll have to make an angle of 90 degrees between the lantern and the Medusa by turning the shield to face the sword.
К мечу или к лампаде?
Thought of all this stuff, then honestly, he must have a screw loose. Crazy idea, but worth a shot.
Героя мечу. Опа. И что-то есть?
The origin of myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Значит... Это что? Чего? Герой с щитом. А, то есть все правильно. Хера себе механизм, конечно. Как будто весь дом не слышит этих движений.
For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
First my room, now here. Stop following me, you're becoming a nuisance.
Wait a minute, you're not implying that I'm here to court you, are you?
Oh, Louis, I'm just stating the obvious. You wouldn't be the first, rest assured.
Yeah, this is embarrassing. The worst thing is it seems to be working.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Давай вопрос на вопрос.
So tell me what you're doing here. Yeah, just like me.
Probably, but I asked the question first.
Well then, we'll pretend you haven't asked me yet.
What about a little gallantry, Louis? Come on, I'm listening. What are you doing here?
I admit everything, madam. You win. I've been bitten by the same bug as you.
I beg your pardon?
We can't resist being where we shouldn't, seeking out our host's little secrets. So, we have that in common, right?
I really thought you were going to answer me this time. Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
Стрёмная она какая-то. Какая-то странная и мускулистая слишком. Монетка, монетка.
I found an amazing ring. There's an inscription engraved on it. Emily, when I see that ring, I can no longer hold back my feelings for you.
Oh, stop it. You're being ridiculous.
What do you mean? I was just about to get down on one knee.
Кольцо уже не подобрать, да? Ничего рассмотреть не можем. Книги тоже ничего не можем.
A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
Cold? You want a rug? It'll warm you up.
I wouldn't be caught dead in that horrible thing.
That's a pity. The gold color brings out your eyes.
And your flattery brings out your boorishness.
Почему мужлан?
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
I bet you've read them cover to cover.
Naturally.
Really? I'm curious. Tell me, what part stood out the most to you?
The passage where Mary says to Joseph, "Hey, you, shut up."
In other words, you haven't even opened one. Hey, Mortimer is the author of this work. He talks about his passion for art.
Коллекционная монетка. Так, у меня это еще читается. С 5 кольцами. Нет. Нет.
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath.
Stop! Don't put your grubby fat fingers on it.
You find my fingers fat?
At least put on some gloves.
Please note, my fingers are slim.
You were going to leave marks. My God, what an amateur.
Many a harpsichord players would love to have sexy fingers like mine.
Tell me where you took your infiltration classes so I can have your tutor executed.
Let's compare hands then. We'll soon see whose fingers are fattest.
No, I'm not going to compare hands with you. Let's just keep going.
Bad loser. Well, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself. You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
This weapon is typically French, quite old.
Привет.
Undoubtedly goes back to the Crusades. If it is a true Damask sword, it's worth more than a kingdom. It really does look like Joan of Arc's sword.
The famous Maid of Orleans. One of your favorite historical heroines.
You bet, given the number of English butts she kicked.
And we all know where that got her. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
A fragment of amber.
Блин, ну там же монетка.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine. Hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia. Properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old. And all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
See those fine scratches around the words?
Yes, and?
The ink barely spreads on the paper. It spreads exactly the same way on the signature. The deed was written using the same ink. If it is a fake, then it's a professional job. These documents must be fakes. No man can own that many original works, no matter how rich he is.
Be careful. The Order has tried many times to estimate his personal wealth without ever succeeding.
And look here. Castles in Scotland, vineyards in Italy, districts in Venice. He's richer than some European countries.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
And how do you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. And you just confirmed it. So, do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? How did Lord Mortimer get all this? It's just crazy.
Secret connections, money, or a well-kept family treasure passed on from generation to generation. Who knows?
That would mean some of Mortimer's ancestors lived before Jesus was born. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something. What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. I can't trust a man who sneaks into my room in the middle of the night.
Are you really gonna use that against me every time we meet?
It's difficult to pretend nothing happened. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Так, это что у нас? Психология. Я не помню. Так, можно журнал просматривать, однако. Нет. Вот, слабость психология. Ну нормально тогда.
When are you going to understand that I just want to help you?
What do you expect? That I'll fall into your arms and say yes to everything you want?
What are you talking about? I'm only asking you to trust me a little. If only on principle, as a member of the Golden Order, for example.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. But I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Pragmatic, intelligent, sure of herself. Her only weak spot is her difficulty talking about herself. I don't know much about your past, but I'm guessing you had to get by on your own for much of your life. It might have closed you off, and that can be a disadvantage. It might be time for you to open up and risk a little trust. Not every man you meet wants to hurt you.
Yes, you may be right. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Yes. You're the kind of girl who gets by on her own and who shares nothing.
The fact is, you are completely mistaken about me. I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me. But I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who.
Еще в угадалки играет.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is...
Обладательница, похоже, камеи, значит, женщины.
It's as obvious as it is surprising. You're my mother's hard-hitting partner.
Oh God, do you really believe the nonsense that comes out of your mouth?
Oops.
Well, a second ago I did. A little.
Sorry, Louis. Your mother is not my partner.
Да, Дива, это был Дива. Я, кстати, что-то слышал, связано с этой игры с творениями Лавкрафта. Да? Кто-то из Ордена.
Chances are, you're working with a member of the Order.
The only members of the Order other than ourselves are your mother and Mr. Washington. The former has sadly gone missing. As for the latter, I knew nothing of his arrival. Incidentally, you must have noticed how efficiently our Order communicates internationally.
Ваша сестра? Это будет самый неожиданный поворот.
Your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one.
Да ладно.
When
Вот этот поворот.
results, you are very good. I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly. I thought it belonged to Emma, my twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes, you can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir home and bring back the details so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself, or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
It's time to leave.
Вот это поворот.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Опа.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Она снова напилась.
I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
Опа.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Ага, искра. Она, наверное, там будет смотреть то, что ей надо.
Really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
Ну... Ней... Или опять за себя. Ну давай за Элизабет.
Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this. All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me.
Здесь на телку.
I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth,
Да,
I
я
don't
в
know if it's
курсе.
about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Yes, Louis, I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you, it was her.
Своя атмосфера. И не говори.
She doesn't hesitate on her answers. She's not trembling.
She's really convinced of what she's seen. Did you talk to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Holm? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
No thanks, I'd better not.
Listen, if you want me to tell you everything, you have to drink with me, Louis. What I have to say to you is of the utmost importance.
Нож и бокал. Давай.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay?
Ты что, не уважаешь, что ли?
Where she
Ну,
gets her rot gut from, but frankly, it's disgusting.
пейна.
You know, Louis, when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help. I've only just now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
Whoa. The alcohol's gone to my head.
Here, the condemned's last drink.
Не-не-не-не-не-не.
Elizabeth, alcohol never solves anything. I'm gonna stop now.
Listen up. You want to know what your mother was capable of, right? You want to know the reason why. Well, you're gonna have to follow me to the bottom of the abyss, Louis. Either drink or get out.
Да ёп. Твою
Man,
срать.
I need to take it easy with the booze. At this rate, I won't last the night.
Let's go easy on the drinking, okay? Alcohol won't solve our problems.
The second one isn't any easier.
So, do you want to know why she did all those things to me or not? Even if it changes the image you have of her forever?
What was she trying to cure you of then?
Of the one illness she never managed to treat me for.
Какого... Выпить-то опять?
Come on, Elizabeth. We have to finish what we started.
Это добром не кончится.
I feel all dizzy.
There must have been a reason. Just tell me. Tell me what my mother treated you for.
She wanted to silence them!
What? What are you talking about? Silence what?
The voices. The voices in my head. They speak to me, Louis. They've always told me what to do. They say nasty things to me.
Elizabeth, are you saying that spirits talk to you?
You're right. Sometimes there are several voices. How did you know?
No, listen, I don't know anything. I'm just repeating what you said.
Ну, типа того.
Want me just for themselves. They talk to me all the time. Yet your mother did everything to make them go away. Ever since I was little. And look at the result.
It's impossible, Mother. You spent your life trying to prove that the supernatural doesn't exist. Why punish this poor girl? Oh, shit. What has she done to you?
Uh-oh, Louis. Are you starting to believe me?
No, but
Too bad it's all been for nothing. They're still there, you know.
What do you mean? They're still talking to you?
All the time. Despite everything Sarah put me through, I still hear them. And here I am on a lost island, knowing that no one knows me. And I find myself here at the exact same time as her.
У нее паранойя.
You see? You understand? You sense it too. I'm going to die here. I beg you, tell me you believe me.
I'm here, Elizabeth. I'm right here with you. And I do believe you.
Только не пей.
Thank you, Louis. You know, despite what people might think, I'm not crazy.
Блять, не пей.
My God, Elizabeth, how's this possible?
Welcome to my world, little Louis.
Да, это уже 4-й.
Welcome to my life.
Ну, давай сбежи. Сбеги. Ну чё, как думаешь, кто внимательный, а? Кто прочитал весь текст? Какие варианты? Блять, я так бы... Останься. Но она же говорит то, что умрет, у нее паранойя. Еще варианты? Я пока что за то, чтобы, ну, сбежать. Полечи ее. Чем? Ну давай.
Elizabeth, the whole story stinks of death. If I were you, I'd have left the moment you heard me speak about my mother. I don't know if she knows you're here, but if I had any doubt, I wouldn't take the risk.
Yeah, you're right. I can't stay here another minute. I need to get the hell out of here. I need to find a boat and get away. I'm not dying here.
Oh, I feel so dizzy.
You like my little concoction, don't you? That's rare.
What?
It no longer has any effect on me, but my guests generally don't appreciate me mixing alcohol with laudanum.
What? You put laudanum in my drink?
In both. Don't worry, my little Louis. We'll sink down to the bottom together.
Oh man, I feel like puking. I really feel like shit.
I gotta get back.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm here now. I'll take good care of you, and then I'll leave.
Don't touch me.
Just leave. If I get up, I'll fall.
И падение.
Oh, little Louis tired. Leave everything to me.
Не зря у нее нож лежал. Зря, блядь, пошел с ней.
Just let go.
Да. Неудачи, я выпил с Элизабет. Да нет, еще не гейм-овер. Так. Логика. А это докачать вот это. Вот это... Два. Разные языки, не понимаю. А, ты... Серьезно, это конец? Ну, типа, там же бесплатные следующие. Эпизод 2. Ну, типа, да, есть. Требуется Steam-версия The Console. Ну... Ну, в любом случае, вон внизу есть такая шкала. Если хотите второй эпизод... Вот она. Если хотите второй эпизод увидеть. Ну, как бы, кликнуть я не могу. Ну, типа вот, да. Нормальная шкала. Не, ну, я сейчас Steam посмотрю, конечно. Типа, консол 5 гигабайт весил. Пу-пу-пум-пур-пу-пум. Completion. Ну, в принципе, столько и стоит следующая часть. То есть отдельно их приобрести нельзя. До запуска требуется Steam версия The Console. Ну. Ну, типа вот. Вторую часть. Будем ждать, если кто-то хочет продолжить. В принципе, сейчас скидос идет до 30 марта. Если хотите, в следующей части увидеть, вот как раз они дешево и стоят. Ну, если нет, то нет. А пока на перерыв. Ну, короче, можно заканчивать. Там потом уже посмотрим, во что-нибудь другое пойдем. Ладно, всем пока.